How do Republicans keep getting away with this shit? It is one scandal and shitty president after another. What's been the biggest Democratic scandal of all time? Who is the Democratic president that's been the closest to getting impeached? Bill Clinton for getting a blowjob. Okay, he's the first guy in the history of the world that had to lie about getting a blowjob. No, I didn't do it. Guys go the other way around. If I get a blowjob, everybody hears about it for 6 months. I go into a Starbucks. What do you want? Oh no, I don't want anything. I don't drink coffee. I just want you to know I got a blowjob 3 weeks ago. The fucking postman knows when I get a blowjob. Okay, can I pay with stamps for this blowjob I just got? I feel like the residual feelings should last. So it was crazy. Monica Lewinsky had to prove her blowjob. She had to bring a CSI crime lab to the scene. She had forensic evidence and they're checking it out or whatever. Bill Clinton be like, Bill, did you have sex with a much hotter, younger woman? No, I didn't. I swear to God. It's always the opposite, okay? She held on to the cum. Nobody wants cum. Cum is disgusting, okay? Imagine next time a woman gave you a blowjob, you're like, here's your commemorative cum rag to mark the occasion. Nobody would want that, okay? So, but that's the biggest Democratic scandal of all time, okay? Republicans, Donald Trump might be a Russian spy. Oh, well, that's apples to apples with Hillary's emails. She'd be the first grandma in history to go to jail for using the wrong email server, And some kid's going to try that next birthday party or whatever. Like, Grandma, I asked for Bitcoin and you gave me cash money. I don't want this shit. You gave me a check. Nobody uses a check anymore. I want to send you to jail with Hillary. But people thought that was an apples to apples scandal comparison. Benghazi and might be a Russian spy. Benghazi got more investigated than 9/11. And I love how George W. Bush is everywhere now with his shitty paintings and big dumbass grin. Hey guys, I'm not better than Trump, so all is forgiven, right? No. You started the Iraq War. You sank us into a depression. You blew all of Bill Clinton's surplus money on fucking what? I don't even know. It all went out the door in tax cuts nobody needed or wanted. Okay? Before that, Reagan. People talk about Reagan like he's a great president. The Iran-Contra affair, polluting the inner cities with crack cocaine that was smuggled in to help fight the communists, creating the Taliban to help fight the communists. This guy was horrible, but people talk about him like he's a great president. Before that, we got Nixon. He had to resign because he broke the law. He might have been impeached. Before that, Hoover started the Great Depression. Warren G. Harding. Before Trump, Warren G. Harding was the most corrupt president. The Teapot Dome scandal, okay? Before Trump went and put a bunch of billionaires in his cabinet. But people still keep electing these people. We've not done a good job of being like, well, George W. Bush, he makes Reagan look good. Well, Trump makes George W. Bush look good. Stop it. They all fucking suck. A guy like George W. Bush opens the door for a guy like Trump. A guy like Reagan opens the door for a guy like George W. Bush. A Hollywood actor kicked off this chain of progressively shittier presidents. This idiocracy that we're living in. If you went in for a job interview and you said, oh, here's my references. FDR, LBJ, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton. People be like, this is a damn good resume. You got some really great people on here. And then the guy next to you went, oh, here's my references. Hoover, Warren G. Harding, Nixon, the Bushes, Trump. You couldn't get hired to manage a fucking Baskin Robbins with that kind of a resume, okay? But Trump goes in there. Obama makes speeches for 8 years, flawless. People get bored, okay? Be like, does Obama use a teleprompter too much? Trump goes in there, gives one joint address to Congress where the highlight of it is asking a Navy SEAL's mother that he got killed to stand up and bask in a televangelist applause like she's at some revival tent for 3 straight fucking minutes, making everybody uncomfortable, be like, oh my God, he became Abraham Lincoln in that moment. He's a president now. All he had to do was to ask a grieving mother that, by the way, he got her son killed. People forget that part or whatever. The whole reason she's even been on TV. I don't know if she'd rather be at home with her son or be on TV when he parades her around. But yeah, he got her son killed. But people forget that part. But all he had to do was do that. And then right after that, not immediately stop and say, by the way, a waiter at Ruby Tuesdays was very disrespectful to Ivanka, and just start calling people out. All he had to do was keep it together for 5 minutes, and people thought he was as good as Obama. He became president tonight. That's why I'm afraid his approval numbers are so low, because there's only one place to go but up. As long as he's not spread eagle naked making grass angels on the White House lawn, people be like, he's really improved. He's getting a lot better at the job. We got to stop letting them do this shit and get away with this because it's killing us. All Republican presidents are bad. Most Democratic presidents are good. Let's say that.